Galaxy Digital just secured $1.4 billion in financing for their Helios AI data center project, and the market responded by dropping the stock 8% on Friday. Yeah, you heard that right. One of the biggest infrastructure deals in the AI space this year, and investors apparently decided it was time to sell. Look, this is just my personal take based on my own research, not financial advice or anything, but I think the market might have gotten this one wrong. So here's what's happening. Galaxy's taking their former Bitcoin mining facility in West Texas and converting it into what's going to become one of the world's largest AI computing campuses. We're talking about 800 megawatts of power capacity. That's absolutely insane. And they've got CoreWeave as their anchor tenant, which is huge because CoreWeave isn't just some random startup. They're backed by NVIDIA, and they're one of the hottest names in GPU cloud computing. The deal structure is actually brilliant. The $1.4 billion covers 80% of construction costs, so Galaxy only needs to put up about $350 million in equity. That's exceptional leverage in today's market, and this isn't speculative either. They're expecting over $1 billion in revenue from this project. Think about that for a second. They're putting up $350 million and getting a facility that'll generate over $1 billion in revenue with a blue-chip tenant already locked in. That's a pretty solid return on investment if they execute properly. The conversion from crypto mining to AI computing is where this becomes a total game changer. Galaxy already has everything that's hardest to get: the location, the power infrastructure, the cooling systems, all the expensive stuff that takes years to build from scratch. Everyone's scrambling for data center capacity right now, and I mean literally everyone. Every tech company, every startup, every enterprise that wants to train their own models, they're all fighting for the same limited GPU resources. The shortage is so bad that companies are waiting months just to get access to compute. And here's Galaxy sitting on this massive facility in Texas that just needs a hardware swap to become an AI powerhouse. The timing couldn't be more perfect. We're still in the early innings of the AI infrastructure build-out, and the demand is exploding exponentially. CoreWeave committing to 800 megawatts isn't just a vote of confidence. They're practically saying, we need every single watt of this, and we'll probably need more. These guys specialize in GPU-accelerated workloads. They know exactly what the market needs, and they're still fighting to lock down this capacity. When you've got companies literally begging for data center space and you're building one of the largest facilities in the world, that's not just good timing. That's a gold mine waiting to happen. Now, why did the stock tank 8% on this news? Look, the market's being incredibly short-sighted here. Some investors are probably worried about the capital commitment. Even though Galaxy's only putting up 20%, that's still $350 million. Others might be concerned about the timeline, since we're looking at full capacity probably in 2026. But here's what they're missing. This financing announcement basically de-risks the entire project. They've got the money, they've got the tenant, they've got one of the best locations in terms of power costs in the entire country. The hard part's already done. And let's talk about that timeline concern for a second. Yeah, it won't be fully operational tomorrow, but construction's already underway, and partial capacity can come online way before the full 800 megawatts. Plus, in an environment where everyone's talking about AI bubbles and speculation, Galaxy's got actual contracted revenue with CoreWeave. This isn't hopes and dreams. This is a real customer with real money committed to a long-term agreement. The market dropping on this news, well, that's fear-based selling from people who don't understand what they own. This is one of those moments where the market's completely wrong, and honestly, it's creating an incredible opportunity. Galaxy's not just participating in the AI boom, they're becoming the infrastructure backbone that makes it possible. And when you step back and look at the bigger picture, this Helios project positions them perfectly for the next decade. We're talking about a facility that'll be generating massive, stable cash flows from one of the most in-demand services on the planet. AI compute isn't going away. If anything, we're just scratching the surface of demand. Every new model, every new AI application, every company that wants to stay competitive, they all need exactly what Galaxy's building. And unlike software or models that can be copied, you can't just copy 800 megawatts of power infrastructure. That's a real physical moat that takes years and billions to replicate. The fact that they secured this financing at favorable terms with most of the construction costs covered in this interest rate environment, that's not just good execution, that's masterful. While everyone else is talking about AI, Galaxy's actually building the picks and shovels of the AI gold rush. The market might not appreciate it today with that ridiculous 8% drop, but in a year or two, when this facility's pumping out steady returns and everyone's scrambling for AI compute capacity, we're going to look back at this moment and wonder how anyone could have missed something so obvious.